Hello YouTube and the World Wide Web. This is the Checkit dude on Checkit Tube on your YouTube. And you are here to watch me try to finish this game of Myst. We are in the last age, the Stoneship age. It's the last one for us. We did the other ones first. I don't expect us to finish in this episode. What we discovered so far in this age is that things are normally sometimes full of water, right? Like this was full of water. Over there's 3 different pumps to pump different things out. Alright, and this is one of the pumps just to pump this out in this world. This is really dark in here, I think. It should still be dark. It is. There's a way to turn the lights on, and you have to get the generator on, which was pretty cool. I'm going to run over there and turn it on. And if you watch my last episode, you have seen how to do it. But it was a pretty cool little situation. We had to get this thing. We had to pump this water out. This was at the bottom. Once the water is out, we had to drain this of water and then reclose the valve and then fill this place back up with water, and this floated up to the top, and that's what this key is for, right? Put this in there and it opens that up. And in there was another key. And the other key, which we used to open this trap door up here on top of the lighthouse, because this is where the generator is, okay? There's batteries right now, they're dead. You have to just crank this up until those batteries are, the more you charge the batteries, the longer time you have over there to explore. I didn't find any breaker switches yet between this lighthouse and generator room to dark parts of the world over there. So far, I believe you just do this and it fires everything up. I think that's full. Let's go a few more. This could be a little misleading looking at the batteries. If you look at them when they're completely empty, it looks full. You have to get it because it's all white. But once you start charging it, if you charge it just partially, you'll say that the charged indicator is a brighter white than the uncharged indicator. And you don't really know that until you have a partial charge. Then you see the difference. Okay, so let's go over there. And we were in that room, and I could see out into the water. If we go down to that room through the ship that we were just in, right here, you could see the underwater lamp, or what do they call it, that we saw in one of the books. I forget the exact term they use for it. Or this thing here, see it up there? But anyway, there should be this light doesn't turn on yet. Oh, it's so dark. Let me try turning my light off over my screen to see if I see any better. Let's see, there should be a switch here somewhere. You would think. So knowing Myst as well as we do, getting light into this space is going to be a major part of this world, a major hurdle. Alright, so let's try pumping out a different chamber. Which is this one. Now, we found a secret door. One of these was a secret door. And I remember the secret door we found. That's it. See, it's got the little square hole there. That's it. You got to click low to get to it. And up, down over here. Right. The last time we went in here, the lights went out on us because the batteries ran out. So we're going to have to try to be quick. There are these buttons. Those are buttons, and they turn off the damn light. Or the generator ran out as soon as I clicked. I'm not sure which. Looks like the underwater light again. And then you got this irritating darkness where you just can't see which way to go. And you just guess, and then you finally find it. Emergency lights, I guess. That's what that is. Let's go charge that lighthouse again. Well, I'll show you what I was talking about. Now it's partially charged, right? Now you can see the difference. See the brighter white and the lighter light. Now if it's totally decharged, you can't tell the difference. Maybe this green light will be off. Maybe that's how you tell. That's full. Give it a few more cranks just to be sure. Put a little extra in the bank, I hope. So I clicked one of these buttons on this thing. And I wonder if that shut the light off, or if the generator just happened to run out at the same exact time I clicked the button. Well, there's your answer. Hard to believe the generator's dead already. So that's a switch that maybe takes a lot of electricity. It does something. Maybe tries to turn something else on. Let's see if the generator actually died this time. Looks, yeah, the red light. And it's totally drained. Okay, so we are not going to press a button down there again. I'm looking at that thing. I'm trying to remember a picture of that in one of the books, and I don't recall. You know that thing on the floor with all the buttons that discharges these batteries so quick? Do you recall seeing anything like this in any of those books we read? I really don't. Let's take a look. All right, we click there, try to go over farther. We can't. And if we click to the left, we just look back down the tunnel. Nothing here to click. Nothing here to click, because if you click, you're just going to turn around again. And here's this thing again. I never try to press the... I'm clicking here, nothing. Let me try to click the center. That's nothing. So, let's not waste any more effort on it. We don't know about it. I didn't read about it. Let's check out this other chamber and that switch also. So here we go. That looks like a rib cage for a lamp. What a sick bastard. I think we know whose room this is. Different potions, we can click them and nothing happens. Clicking the rib cage lamp and nothing happens. You never know with Myst. Let's click the antlers. Nothing there. A voodoo mask lamp. Nothing to click here. It just turns us around again. So, there's a blue page. Nothing to see down under the bed. Nothing to see up above it. This is the next thing we're going to have to look at. Although this kind of looks like a model of that thing. Alright, but hold on. Let's check these drawers first. There's a map. Of where? No idea. I don't think you're supposed to have any idea. Another map. I can't quite read that. I don't think you're supposed to. They would probably make it clearer if you were. Third drawer. Another map. Fourth drawer. Another map. Fifth drawer. Another map. Ah, there's the other half of that letter. Let's close that for a second and check that bottom drawer. Alright, so this is what we're supposed to find here. Now, we found half of the letter, remember, and it told us about the marker switch back in regular Myst Island, in the vault. We figured out what the letter said, but the vault is located on the island. Achieve varied instructions. Alright, we found the instructions, we just don't know where to use them. It's the final step there too. Well, final step, I assume that means... Well, let's take a screenshot of this. Alright. This half of the letter doesn't seem to tell us much we didn't know, other than it's a final step to something. Maybe that means after we bring the pink and the red and the blue pages back, we have to do one more thing there. What I meant to do with that little letter in the vault over on Myst Island, right? The one under the marker switch, or the one under the marker switch on the dock. I meant to take that before I came here and bring it up to the library and try to put it in all those books on the bookshelf. And I forgot to do that. So we'll do that when we get back. We'll also put this letter together with the other half and really read it when it's together. Maybe there's something we're missing. Okay, so the other thing up here, the voodoo masks, nothing. You click them. Nothing happens. And this one you can click, and nothing happens. This is what we're here for, I think. And that's as close as we can get. Rose turns into a skull. I almost thought this was maybe a model of that thing in the floor in there, but I don't think so. What happens if it's halfway? Is this a different picture? No. And what if it's all the way over there? It doesn't turn into a skull unless it's over to the right. Right? So what happens if we just make a rose and then slowly, what do you see? I see nothing but a transformation into a skull, and it looks like a pirate anchor is like chiseled into his head. That can't possibly mean anything. It's probably just an accident that it's there. Go to a place where things are closer. Alright, so let's go up to the microscope. I never took a hint and miss before, but you know, we've been up there before, and there was nothing to see. I want to check all these doors to see if there's more secret passages, but let's actually take a hint for once. And alright, maybe it's not in the telescope. Maybe it's something about the telescope. We're clicking on it all over. Turn around. There's nothing to see up here. There's nothing to click on. Except for the telescope itself. Wait a minute. I thought I saw something. Oh, that's the top of the lighthouse. Okay, so here we go. We did this once before. There was another telescope in another world, and we saw a skeleton. So we've got to get to 360, and that's interesting. That's got to be what this is all about for us. For the story, they were looking for people to come. When they built the lighthouse, they wanted to try to attract new people. But for the game and for our clues, I think this means something. This we can see. Maybe that's the way to know some sort of signal. It was blinking last time we looked through. So that's at 135 degrees. We have to go to 360. Let's go the other way, seeing that we covered 135 this way already. I didn't mean to click out of that. It's just such a small window they give you to work with. Oh, I can keep going like this, I see. And as I suspected, nothing. Except the generator died. That's right. I think that's what that light means. Lack of light. We'll leave it there, so it's something to see when we come back. Oh, it goes back to 0, so. Ooh, well, I'm feeling a little stymied, to be honest. As of right now, we're stumped. We don't know what to do yet. We know how to pump water out of these worlds. We know how to get electricity. But it doesn't seem like we have found anything of value yet. You wonder if there was a switch somewhere else in another room, and I haven't seen a switch anywhere. You know, there's just... the textures do not allow me to see anything in here. I've tried clicking on that part. I've tried clicking on all this. I mean, I could just search the screen like this and wait till the finger turns into a hand. But if they make you do that, then I really don't like this game anymore. Up until now, I kind of liked it. Most of the time. Where did we leave off? Well, we had this. We had the... I was hoping this would stay on the lighthouse here. Where is it? But every time I walk away, it doesn't. The only thing you could see in the whole 360 degrees are two ship masts, which are absolutely clueless. I think they're 180 degrees from each other. We'll have to keep that in mind. And then the lighthouse. All right. That's it. That's all we know. And we also know that when the lighthouse, when there's electricity, that light is on the lighthouse. That's it. There's nothing else up here. And the lighthouse is at 135. So the ship masts are 180 degrees apart. 135 degrees, which means nothing. There's this chest, I can't get to it. So evidently that means nothing. Turn this down. The only other thing on this island, we've gone everywhere, is the pumps. There's 3 pumps here, right? There's and then there's 3 places to pump out. One is down in here. Pump that out. It's pumped out now. It's really dark down there. I can't see anything. So I think the object is to get the light turned on down there, and the generator didn't do it. The light is on in the stairway here, but that's it. There's no light down there. I can't see nothing. The other place to pump out is this lighthouse, and there's nothing else in there. There's nothing but a generator and an empty basement. And the third place to pump out is this stairway and the other stairway, which are linked, and that one pump pumps out both of those things. We've gone through all the bedrooms. We've gone through the lighthouse. Well, first we've gone through the lighthouse. We've gone through the bedrooms. Found all the blue and the pink papers are there, the red paper or whatever. Clicked on every drawer. We clicked on everything that I could think of. We've been up to the telescope. But we're just going to have to go over things with a finer comb mentality. So let's, which we've done already, all right? The ship masts are 180 degrees apart, and the lighthouse is at 135 degrees, 45, 55, 65. Yeah. So what we know is and there's this other thing I think is going to be a major issue. It's got to mean something. It's this big star wheel thing. I'm going to pump out the other pump. We found it in a secret passage. It's this big star wheel, and every time I hit a switch to it, let's turn this pump on. Let's see if that's the right pump. I always forget which is which here. Let's see. That was the right pump. There's a secret door down here, right here. Right? Now that we got lights on, we could see a little bit in there. There's this star wheel thing in there. And this does nothing. I click that, it does nothing. That does nothing. But any other of these buttons that I've pressed so far kills the generator and the battery. Everything's dead. I gotta go reset it. There might be a certain sequence here. These are definitely buttons, right, around here. We'd have to find a clue, a number or something to figure out the sequence. Or maybe 1, 3, and 5, or 135, 1, 3, and 5. Right? I mean, the only clue... we don't know it's a clue, but the only number of anything we have on this land is what? We have 3 pumps, 1 lighthouse, a letter that has to do with Myst Island, the red letter and the blue letter, a lot of little spinny globes, 2 of those. I can't see those meaning anything. I don't remember seeing any other numbers that would really represent a clue. Let's look in here again. 1, 2 of those. This thing, I think it's just another one of those Myst toys. Alright, it was a rose and a skull. Looking at that thing on the floor in there, that star wheel, a rose and a skull have no meaning, no significance. We went through all those drawers. And we will be taking a blue page back when we find a book. We found a pirate ship flag, which maybe the masts that we see in the telescope are the masts of the boat that are embedded into the rock. So it really means nothing to the pirate ship. These things, I don't recall any voodoo masks in any of the storybooks. There's no switches, there's no clues, there's maps in here, but they're not really readable. They're just like a false flag. What I'm trying to say is that the only information available on this whole island is that telescope. The numbers on the telescope, 135, maybe the fact that the ship masts are 180 degrees apart from each other. No other evidence available. Let's see if there's a clue in here. We're looking for numbers, a sundial, or like a dial thing like we were looking at. This is kind of like a globe, not really a dial. I don't see how that can... That does nothing. See the arrow through it, and see that it looks like it might be the feather there. Is there anything else to click there? Wait a minute, go back to that for a second. Come on. There we go. Get over there. There we go. Nothing else down here to click. Wallpaper, no numbers. Bed, no numbers on the wall. No clues to see. These drawers are the red paper. The pirate ship flag. What's in there exactly? 4 glasses. Punching out. No. That would be too obscure of a clue. It's going to be more obvious when we see it. I'm sure of that. It's just 1 dagger, 3 of those things, 3 of those. Drugs, nothing's too obscure. There's no hard fact numbers or letters. I don't remember this thing. What's this thing do? It actually does something when you click it. Is that a model of something on the island here? It's definitely not the lighthouse. It's definitely not the telescope. It's I think it's another false flag, another Myst toy. I think, but we'll remember that. Remember that shape, and we'll see. We'll come back to it. Okay. I know we've clicked on everything. We've looked everywhere now. The 2 chambers, 1 for each boy. The lighthouse is nothing there. Nothing. Just a generator. The only clue on this island is, I would say, the 180 degrees between ship masts means nothing. The only clue on this island is the fact that I can't light up 1 room, so you know there's something in there, even though the generator's going. This probably is going to be this is the only, oh, maybe that thing we clicked on the desk, maybe that lit up the room. Let's go look again. If not, then this thing I suspect is going to light up that room. So we're going to come back later and take a closer look at this and just really study every freaking inch of it and see what the hell we see there. Count the things and everything, the little pegs, the switches or whatever. So what did I say I wanted to do out here? Oh yeah, because we hit that little globe on the desk. I want to go down there and see if that room lit up. I think it was just the pump right there. Come on, get down there. Nope, still dark, but I hit that switch a bunch of times. So let's go down and hit it once. Maybe I hit it when I hit that switch on that desk or that thing. Maybe I hit it an even amount of times because I was playing with it, and it might have gone from on to off. So let's go one more time, and is that it? No, there it is. Oh no, it wasn't in there. It was in the room, or the other room. Come on, it was on a desk. There it is. We're gonna hit it once. Here we go. The light switch. What do you call it? Sesame says, open sesame, light sesame on, or whatever. Out. Let's go see if that turned the lights on. No. Okay. All the possible clues we could do, we did. There's no clues out here. It's 3 pumps. It's that simple. The lighthouse is just a generator. It's that simple. There's nothing else there. There's no clues there. There's no answers. There's no riddles. There's no letters or numbers. What's that there? That's just a bolt. The only numbers or letters or anything we could even read, besides that letter about Myst Island, that's not about here. It's about Myst Island. Is the only numbers we have. It's got to be that 135. Has got to mean something. Let's pump this back out and let's go stare at that star wheel, because that is the only other thing that's got. I mean, there's no other mechanic. There's the globes, right? But like I said, after playing Myst, I've been in all the worlds. This is my last one. You start to kind of recognize what's probably just going to be. It's dark down here. We ran out of juice. You start to recognize what's probably going to be just a Myst toy and what might be a clue. And I would say those spinning globes in that bedroom is nothing but one of those Myst toys, those distractions to make you think it might be something like a false flag. You know, like that little bird in the mechanical age that did nothing. It wound up, in circles and just its head moved back and forth. Or even like that thing we just clicked on the desk, that ball on the little pillar. That was just a Myst toy. So I think that everything we've seen, like those globes, those are the only other mechanical things that do anything. I think those are toys. The thing we clicked last, the stone on top of the pillar, was a toy. But I really believe that the only clues we have to go on in this whole island is this crazy star wheel, and the lighthouse, the telescope gave us a number. Okay. Did it really give us a number? No, but the telescope pointed at nothing but the lighthouse. That was the only thing that could possibly mean anything. And the corresponding number was 135 degrees from that where that telescope is. And if you remember other worlds in Myst, the degrees in a circle from 0 to 360 are part of the creator's line of thinking. So I really think that telescope means something. Let's take a good look at this. I can't click any closer. Yellow, black, pirate flag, red. No, doesn't look familiar. Almost looks like a roulette wheel, right? This is the odd thing here. There's only one of them. But this is round, like the radius of the telescope, right? And we were thinking maybe 1, 3, and 5. But what about 135 degrees, right? On this, the starting point probably would be That's got to be the starting point, right? If this is the case. These are switches, and we are trying to turn a light on. So I think we're on to something here. And there's no other clues in the island. It's got to be what it is. I mean, if we had a bunch of clues, you know, there's only one clue. And this has got to be it. So 135 degrees. Here's 90. Here's 180. Right. So how many? Start from this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. 16 is 180. So 32 would be 360. Well, some quick math here. Say we got to find a common denominator. To do that, we'll start off with 360 degrees divided by the total of 32 buttons. 11.25 degrees for each button. Okay, so 135 divided by 11.25. 135 divided by 11.25 equals 12. 12 even. So it's not like 12.3, it's 12 even. So I think we're onto something here. I would call that 0, right? And this would be 1. Yeah. That's 11.25 degrees, right? And that's 22 degrees. So we got to go to a dozen. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let there be light, which I don't think we're going to see until we get to the other room. Here we go. Here we go. I feel like this is a magical moment. You know, there's only one clue in the whole place, so I mean, we shouldn't feel too bright, right? It's not like there could have been other things. Alright, cool. That is very cool. And where does this bright light come from? Is that the underwater lamp that we saw pictures of in the books back on Myst Island? It is. It's not a reflection. There's a light out there under the water. Underwater light. I wonder what we're going to see under the water. So I think it's time now, because obviously, I mean, we didn't see anything here, but the light was blinding us. We looked. I didn't see anything. I want to go to the other room and see if that is illuminated now. You know, the one down in the ship, the one that's dark, and we haven't been able to turn the light on. Maybe the light is on in that room also, and that's really what I was hoping for. I wasn't thinking we were going to be turning underwater lights on. I thought we would be turning the light on, the light that's down in that room under that water, which I think is the first pump. Let's go turn that pump on. Voila. Let's go down there and look. Oh, it's brighter. I could tell already. It's definitely bright. Look at that. And it's from the underwater light. It's brighter. This is really eerie. I tell you, Myst has nailed that. I can't tell you how many times we played when I was younger. We never solved anything, but we just come down and we were like in awe, you know, like it was eerie. That's a switch. No, these aren't switches. They're just designs. These globes don't do anything. Nothing up there. You can see under the ocean, but nothing clear enough to give us any answers. It could be that the room is just lit up now. Like, we never saw that table, right? I'm looking under the water. Try to walk around behind a table. Can't. Can't walk over there at all. There's nothing to click over here. The focus is a table. There's nothing else in the room. There's nothing else you can look at. Even looking here, look under the water, nothing. The walls, nothing. Right? You would think there might be something down in here in a little hole or a secret door or go under the stairs. Nothing. These globes don't do anything designs in the stairs don't do anything. So there's probably a drawer on this table. Let's take a closer look down. Oh, you click the table and look at that. A book rises up like Terminator 3. You know, the guy made out of titanium that just kind of sucks back together. That's probably the way home, right? The Myst book, yes. That is, I recognize that design. So, hey, look at what the Checkit found. Very cool. And we know where the pages are. But I don't want to bring a page back yet. This is our last one. Let's go talk about this together. Let's find a quiet place to chat. Because we did it. We're done with this world. We conquered it. And this is the last world for us. So, let me turn this down a little bit. My old monitor's too loud for me. So we decided that we're going to trust the skittish guy, the crazy one in the blue book, right? Because we feel like he's probably skittish because he's really trapped, he's really been misused and abused, and he's really nervous because he's really traumatized. Whereas the other guy, you know, he's kind of like, oh, I'm so cocky and in control. You can tell he's a bad guy, you know. A lot of people fall for that common control shit, but I know a bad guy when I see it, you know. He's definitely a bad guy. And he thinks that his, you know, sophisticated talk is going to fool, it will fool people, you know, certain kinds of people. Suckers, that's what we call them. We're going to go with the skittish guy. So, but you know what, there's one thing I want to do before we bring any pages back to Myst Island, is there's that page at Myst Island under that marker switch. What is that for? I still want to take that and I want to go bring it to the island, to the library in Myst, and click on every book to see if we get some kind of answers. You know, maybe the book with the faded ink. Maybe we'll be able to read the rest of that again. Also, there's the torn page that we screenshotted, and the other half, I hope that's a screenshot somewhere. We might have to go find it. We'll have to piece those together. Only then, after we do those last two things, we'll bring the blue page home. Because I don't want the game to end before I know what that stuff was, you know. So, let's go back empty-handed so we can pick up that page under their marker switch. Alright, let's do that. Right? And we're going to get that Terminator book to pop up. There we go. And we're going to tell the Stoneship age that I'll be back. Here we are in the library. Yay. Woo, we figured it out. Come on, let me out. Well, you can always check us out over at snipergaming.org. snipergaming.org to see what else is going on. We have other games there. We have a page there about this Myst series that we're putting together. And anyway, I'm signing out. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, please, if you can, like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. Take care.